Alright guys, this is probably the most exciting thing that's going to happen this week. We, other than just doing the everyday stuff, this parcel has caused me headaches. Twice I've had to go to the to the post office to get it, but it's here, the MetaQuest. Wow. We only got the cheap small one because we're like, well, if we don't like it, we're sending it back. It's that simple. And the other thing is we don't want to get a second one if it's not really going to be worth it. So, whoo, there's the old controllers. That's going to be weird and get some used to. They feel really good though. Like, they're really well designed to fit the hand. That's actually kind of crazy. And then, what have we got here? It's the power, and that is for the headpiece. They've really designed this whole packaging quite well. I like the way it all sort of comes together, and like it's got little tabs for you to pull everything out. That I'm going to keep because that can go down there as a storage. Now I've heard a lot of people say that these straps are just not great. Oh, liquid cleaners, okay. No sunlight on lenses. Let's see how it feels on. Ooh, let's take those off first. Okay, yeah, I see what people are saying about it being front heavy, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Just needs to be, there's a lot here, a lot of gap there. And that's a bit of a worry. Oh, that is weird. The picture quality is not that great though. I honestly cannot read. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's why it's not. It is not sitting at a good spot on my head. But I feel like that's gonna come off. Like it doesn't feel very secure. Okay, that's better. Okay, so this whole bit should come off. Yep, perfect. And then that goes in. There like that. And that should go back on. Over the top. Now I should be able to wear my glasses in there. Oh yeah, okay. All right, so now I've got to download an app. But there you go. I will give an update on what it's like when we actually properly use it. This thing's cool as fuck. Absolutely unreal.
Inside of it?
We'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Let's open it and see what's inside.
All right.
Yeah?
Let's have a gander.
Ready, set, go!
What is it?
What is it? Wow. Found this there.
You did. All right. So,
Yeah?
this
Yeah?
is the Steam Deck.
Steven? What is a Steven?
The power.
Power?
Big, big power.
Big power?
Yep. You need that out of there. That can go over there. All right, what do we got? What's it tell us? Nothing. It's just health and safety stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Then the big bit.
Wow, what is it?
Here it is. We ordered this Thursday. Here on Monday. This thing looks cool as hell.
How?
What do you reckon? Do you reckon it'll be good?
Yeah, it'll be good.
Alrighty. Wow.
Well,
This case
yeah?
looks pretty cool.
Well, what's inside of it?
Oh. That we've got a little case. I'd say that's probably for. Do you think that's for the charger?
Yeah, that's what it talked of.
So that will go in there, and then that goes behind there.
And what's inside of here?
So then we've got 2 zips.
2 zips?
It's a very nice sturdy case.
Daddy, and it.
Yeah, it's got the logo. We've got a bit of Velcro on here. And then we unzippity zip. And then,
What?
how crazy is that?
I think it's this.
What's that? Do you think that's for cleaning it?
Yeah, that's for cleaning it. I was sorry.
No, not with the plastic on, baby girl. We've got to take it out of the bag first before we do that, okay? But,
Yeah.
look at this. 7.4 inch, I think it is. Did it tell us on here? Did it tell us on here?
No, it hasn't.
Actually, it doesn't tell us on there. But it is the OLED. First time turning it on. Let's go. Or is it dead?
And he's told that.
It might. There's a light.
See? You got that button.
Yeah, that's where we charge it, isn't it?
Yeah, that was it's you. Diana was that.
Oh, no, there we go.
There we
It's turning on.
go. I want to see that.
Might take a while to turn on the first time. Oh,
No.
I felt it vibrate.
Oh boy.
It went boom.
It went boom.
Just be careful with that chair, will you please? Do I have to do something?
No, Dad, you had to wait for it.
Well, that's what I think, but it's not doing anything.
I know that, Dad.
Well, I know you know that, but they don't know that. Oh, here we go. What's up, guys? I just thought I would jump in quickly here and let you all know that I bought the DJI Action 4, which is what I use to film the top-down footage of the Steam Deck, and it didn't quite come out as good as I thought it was, which I didn't find until the editing process. Also, the footage that I'd recorded to make the montage for the end, some of it didn't record, some of the files wouldn't download. A whole nightmare. So there's only the Beat Saber and one of the Just Dance videos that I did. But apart from that, enjoy the rest of the review. Cheers, guys. Alright guys, as you would have seen by now, we've done the unboxing videos for the MetaQuest 3S VR headset and the Steam Deck OLED 1TB version. So, I thought right now I'll give you some gameplay footage of each of them and we'll go from there. So as you can see with the Steam Deck, this is a piece of kit. We've got 2 touchpads, you got all the, you got 2 joysticks, D-pad, your buttons over this side, you got your 2 bumpers, your 2 triggers. You've also got 4 buttons on the back here that you can turn on and off. So let's turn it on, see what the quality is like. Power button up here. There we go. I have already custom done the startup screen for it with one of my favorite games, Hades. Start times are a little bit slow at times. There we go. Does have volume as well, but I have it turned down at the moment. All right, so there you can see, I haven't got a huge amount on here at the moment, but that is mostly my library. So one of the first things I did was download this app right here. Now you've obviously got to backdoor a few things to get this to work, but that is relatively easy thanks in part to the fact that this runs a Linux-based system and not Windows-based. So this allows me to play my PS5 as long as I'm on internet via the remote play system. And there we go, we're in. And there is my home screen. And I've been having a lot of fun. Means I get to sit out with the family a bit more while I smash out some FC25 and not stuck in my office. And the quality is pretty good. You will have to do some button remapping, but that's fine. There's a few little sticky points to get it right. I saw a few people online having very similar issues. But once you worked it out, then it works perfectly fine. The Wi-Fi has dropped in certain spots for me within the house, even when I've been quite close to the actual router itself. But outside of that, it works quite well. Like I have 0 complaints. I would expect this to work no less than the Portal. So we'll jump into a game and we'll see how it runs just for you guys. So you can see the starting for the game looks perfectly fine. You would not, apart from the size of it, you could not tell that this was a handheld console. To me, that looks no different to what it does on the PS5. As I said, it is a little small. But aside from that, it is perfectly fine. One downside is the buttons are quite loud when you're tapping them, especially the bumpers. You can hear those quite loudly. And there are some dead spots, but that might just be a case of reorganising the dead zones. And I am not playing to my ability here. And we're just giving away a penalty. Now, it is also not that noisy with the fans at the back here, kicking out the heat. Also doesn't get very hot, which is a massive, massive plus. Now, I was debating on whether to go with this piece of hardware or whether to go with the MSI or the Asus ROG or ROG or even the Lenovo one. But for everything that the others did well, none of them could compare to this. I thought about just getting the Portal for remote play, but if I wanted to do PC gaming as well and expand my library, this made so much more sense. I'm going to launch. I'm going to see how this works. This is a first, right here, right now. I have not done this yet. It would seem that none of the buttons actually are working at the moment, so I may need to map them. But as you can see from the cinematic, this is awesome. I am so gassed about this. It looks unreal. Let's give it some volume. I'll give you a volume test as well. It's packing a fair punch. It is packing a very, very big punch in terms of audio.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time.
So I may have to set up another profile just for this in terms of button mapping.
It's the visions. You've seen them.
But if I can get this right, I don't use a lot of things outside of my 1 to 9 anyway when it comes to World of Warcraft. There are the occasional things.
Someone.
But if I can get this down right and get some macros happening, we're killing it. Well, there you go, guys. It is definitely going to need some button mapping because, as you can see, there's nothing really working at the moment apart from the touchscreen. But it works, it runs. It's not as crammed in as I thought it would be. Which to me is fantastic. So I'm going to have to play around with some settings and stuff like that. But for now, let's go check out the VR headset. And welcome to the VR. This thing is a beast. Now, I took my glasses off to film that because they get stuck in there. But this thing is a godsend. I'll show you some footage. I'll play you a little montage that I've been making up for it with some games I've been playing. I've been doing some mini golf, bit of cricket, some normal golf, bit of Beat Saber, and some Just Dance. Now, we bought this specifically for the gym, and it was really going to stuff in my head, and I was worried about falling into walls and all that. I have had no issue whatsoever with it. If I was to blind rank a VR headset, just knowing, or even the MetaQuest, just knowing what it can do and what it's about, before getting one, I would have given it a 7 for the concept. And for what I know it can do. This thing is a 9.5. Even, like, graphically, fantastic. The games themselves and, you know, stuff like that have got a way to come. But apart from that, everything else is unreal. It's smooth. The menus rotate through things really, really well. I have zero complaints about this thing. So, yeah, definitely a 9.5 on the MetaQuest. As for the Steam Deck, I'm going to give the Steam Deck an 8.5. It's magnificent, but running the Linux system does get a little bit confusing for those of us that want to do a little bit of backdoor work. Pause. That's a bit rough. Pause again. Anyway, you know what I mean. But if you're just getting it to play Steam games, then that boosts it. But yeah, the button mapping thing is where it really becomes quite tricky. The other downside to it is having ADHD and a bit of the autism. I move around a lot, especially when I'm sitting on the sofa or I'm in bed, which is where I'm playing this most of the time. Now, when I'm moving around, I tend to put it in one hand. I don't know how many other people do this. Doing that, I tend to grip these buttons back here, or on the front here, I will end up touching the touchpad or pressing the touchpad, and it gets quite frustrating, especially depending on what you've got those buttons mapped to. If you've got them to nothing, no problem. But yeah, they're the two reasons it brings it down for me. On the plus side for both items, they were both here within 3 days. Both shipped out of Sydney. I live in rural Victoria. They were here within 3 days. Business days. Absolutely fantastic. Great work by both Valve and Meta. Not a huge fan of Meta, but we'll give them this. We'll give them this. This is a win. This is a massive win for them. But yeah, let me know what you think if you've got them, or if you'd want to get them, based on this review. And if you want to see some tutorials on how to do the back door, I've really got to stop saying the back door. If you want to see some tutorials on how to load other apps into Steam and have them play through the Steam Play, let me know in the comments and I'll do it. I'll do a little tutorial. But for now, go enjoy the montage that I've made of the MetaQuest. Peace out.